What's up, what's up, what's up? Deuces, y'all. How's it going? Well, I'm doing alright. Had a long day yesterday. Went to two soccer games. Watched the third, a professional soccer game. My son went and played at IUPY, my 10-year-old youngest son. He went and played at IUPY and the church down the road his first game. Then 4 o'clock we went and he practiced on the professional field. Uh, Indy, 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 Indy what? Indy Fever or something like that. Indy something, I forget the name of Indy something. What was it called? I can't think of it right now. I just smoked a blunt, sorry. But anyway, I'm a believer that if you believe what you think you have, you need, you got already, and you feel that and you have that emotion and that thought so clear, so vivid, and you put yourself in the present moment and you be there, like you'll feel like you really have it. Like whatever your dream is, whatever your goal, that's how you make the intuition come true. You just believe more than your education. I ain't saying your education is not important, but to grow up to be who you're supposed to be, who God designed you to be, He has that dream in you for that reason. Like the most important thing you can do in life is chase your dream. Like you never fail if you chase it. Like you just your dream, you're just dream. What you mean? Like you go to sleep dreaming of you dream when you're awake. Like you just always think about it. That's what God put in your heart. That's what He wanted you to do. If you go after it and you just do it with some ambition and some drive, you get it. Like, and you think you got it already. Like whatever it is, it may take you longer. Look at the Colonel Sanders, 64 years before he got rich selling KFC. Been working on that chicken forever, but he waited till he got it right and he got rich as hell, dude. I'm saying it's never too late. I'm 42. I still make music. I study the brain. Like I know a lot about the brain, the universe, the way the planet works, and the way everything's set up. Like it's a lot. Mason Mandela effect's real. Like it's deep. Like conspiracy theories are real. Government's a part of a lot of them, but there's even deeper ones. Like there's just side gangs and stuff that just street hustlers. There's conspiracies going on, man. You never know what's going on, dude. I've lived a life. Like I talk about the trail, but if you just get out of that life, you can come from the worst life. You can come. I've died 3 times, and you can come from all that. Like I was just a piece of shit guy, addicted to drugs, like doing everything, drank every day for years, and just went to prison for years, just did everything. Like I lived bad. But for the last 12 years, I've not had a driving ticket at anything. I've wrecked a Jeep though. I did wreck a Jeep and I hit a rock, but still I could have hit something else. I passed out driving. Like since then, I passed out driving. I just taking stackers was up 2 days, and I fell asleep driving from a long road trip. And thank God I hit a rock at the in the middle of the road where it forked off. There were some rocks there, and I hit them. Like it was crazy, but nobody got hurt. I didn't get in trouble for it, but I have bad mistakes. So now I got to get a new car. I'm without a car. I'm getting a lot of things are changing real fast, but you can come from anything, any walks of life. But if you stay positive, driven, and just have a expectancy, like you can't just accept, you can't just hang out with anybody, man. You gotta have some kind of standards. Not saying you're better than people, but you're only as good as your surroundings. You pick the worst friends to have around you with nothing positive to say, no kind of money, no kind of drive, no kind of abilities, ain't good at sports, nothing, don't do nothing with their life. Just sit around, play video games all day or whatever they pick to do. Like, all your friends do that, then that's what you're going to be. Sit around, just smoke weed every day and play video games, and that's your life. You're content. That's what you dream of being. Whether you just dream about sitting around talking, being an inspirational speaker, like just do it with passion and learn about how to do it better and learn to know what you're talking about and like sound convincing and talk from the heart and like people will feel that shit, man. Real sells real, but I ain't selling nothing but selling dreams. Like the brain is so powerful, man. You got millions of connectors on each side. And I hear that it's 50-50. I don't believe that's true, though. I hear it, and I did research, but nobody can prove it. So I don't believe it's 50-50 to the devil and 50-50 God. I don't ever believe the world works like that. I think the world operates perfect. I ain't saying bad things don't go on in the world, but I'm saying God's nowhere near even with the devil. The devil can't compete with God. He used to be in heaven, got kicked out. He's already a sinner. He's way below God. He might have a big impact, but he's nowhere 50 to. It's like 70-30. Because when they fight, it's not going to be a fight. When the end of the world comes and they fight, they say leave him alone, let him go. Like God's going to toy with him, dude. Good's better in the world. There's more good than there is bad. I've seen bad stuff. Just lost my brother a year ago, my 6-year-old brother. My sister's husband, Juan, he just lost his 2 sisters. Found them both home in bed dead within the last, just recent. And then now he's in the hospital, got to have a heart transplant, immediate heart transplant. And he can't have it because his kidneys ain't got the right fluids that's going on right now. So his mom stays with my sister. They all stay down there. Like he's in the hospital. My sister's with him. He's been in the hospital for 2 or 3 days now. And like he's got to let his kidney levels go back up so he can have heart surgery. He needs emergency heart surgery. He's sick already. And I know he's going to pull through it, man. He's a blessing, but it's scary when all 3 of them pass away that fast back to back. That would be a curse. And it would crush my sister and her kids, like my nephews. And he's a good guy. It's my brother. I love him with all my heart. I'm scared to death for him. Right? Like, it's scary, dude. I know he's scared to death with what just happened to his sisters. Like, it's crazy. But everything happens for a reason. He's not going to die, dude. It's not his time. His levels will go back up. Everything will work out soon. It's been a little couple extra days that it shouldn't have been, but they got to get the right fluids and stuff in him and get the right stuff to get his liver and kidney functions up so he can have heart surgery, a serious heart surgery. That's a lot going on, man. It's crazy, dude. So much is going on in my life right now. So much good stuff, so much bad stuff. My house just caught on fire where I live. I wrecked my Jeep. I thought I put a cigarette out and threw it in a trash can. It caught the whole house on fire. And then what didn't catch on fire and burn up, mainly the whole upstairs where I stay. All my clothes and shit really got tore up. A lot of my mom's memorabilia where she passed away 5 years ago. My brother passed away a year ago. And I broke up with my girlfriend the same time 3 years ago. And my baby mama, after 10 years, got 2 kids with her, 16-year-old and a 10-year-old, and lived with her for 10 years. The hardest breakup I ever did take, the love of my life. And now that's where I'm at now. I'm back there with her and I got energy. I got something wrong with my body. I can barely walk. I barely can move. My body's messed up. I get these bad Charlie horses in the back of my legs and stuff. A lot of things cause it, but I've been Googling it, trying to research it because it just keeps getting worse. I went to the soccer game, like I said yesterday, and then went fishing after the soccer game. Went to 2 soccer games with my son. He had 2 soccer games, one at the church and then one at IUPUI with the Indy Fever or whatever. And he played on the professional field. Then he was on TV channel 29 or 23, and you could see him play. It was good. It's good watching. I recorded it at halftime. My kids carried the flag around. Then we left there at 1 in the morning and went fish, or 10 o'clock at night, and fished till 1 o'clock in the morning at the river catching fish, catching flatheads, catfish. We've been up there last couple of days fishing in the river by my house, and like I showed them some tricks, like how to what size sinker to put on it, how far out to cast, and what time of night it is, where the wind's blowing from, like all the secrets of where I grew up fishing. And like we've been catching nice catfish, 6 7 pound channels, flatheads, blues, and big carp, 15 pounders, 10 pounders. Like we've been catching them every night, just tearing them up. For real, on mashed potatoes and cream style corn for the carp, and then catching little bluegills and casting them out with no weight, not 2 feet off bank, about 10 at night. Like for real, that at that time of night, right off the bank where I fish, like I used to throw buckets in of old bait and cut up, filled a bucket up with dead bluegills, poked a bunch of holes in them. They just bled to death. I poked a whole bunch of holes in the bucket, threw it the 5 gallon bucket out in the water with a center block tied to it. I tied two of them underneath the bridge, right where I cast to catch them right off the bank. And then I did mashed potatoes and cream style corn, like off the scraps of the plate. Saved them up for a while. Did 4 of them and threw them in right off the bank. Some of them like 6 feet out, but not too much farther. And with a bunch of little bitty holes in, so it's just seeping out, feeding the fish there, bringing them all in. And West Side Bait and Tackle just stocked it with $3 million worth of fish. They emptied their whole canal, all the fish out of the canal into White River, so they can't get out at 10th Street or 10th Street or Chevrolet Falls. So they're just stuck in my little area where I fish right here at my bridge. I'm close to the canal where the canal lets into White River. And I got a spot up there where I do this too. I've been doing it for a long time. And I've been fishing this spot my whole life. There's no snags or nothing, just a perfect little spot. And I take my kids up there when we catch fish and clown, but like there's some characters down there, bro. Homeless people running up and down the bank, lighting fireworks off, drinking liquor, being naked in the middle of the night, doing dumb shit. Like they don't come where we could see them all the way, but like they're just dancing and doing crazy shit, yelling, throwing rocks in the water. I'm catching fish, like talking shit to them. I don't want to be mean to them because they're homeless. They've been down there every day. I go down there, but they're rude every day. It's this crazy dude and crazy chick, but like I don't let them get to me, man. My baby mama gets scared. Like she gets scared. Like this guy came down there last night, and shot off a gun. Not even that far from us, like 50 feet from us. Just shot off into the water. Like, what do you get out of doing that, dude? Like, I ain't got a gun down there. I got a gun. I didn't have my gun with me, but like. I didn't get scared. I got mad. I was talking shit, yelling and rapping. I was playing Kid Rock, Only God Knows Why. I was singing it real loud. Jelly Roll, Save Me, all kinds of songs. I was jamming out. And like she started getting scared and shit. Like, I don't get scared, man. When they come to pistol whip me at the house, try to rob me, they had a pistol with me. I fought him back, hit him back. He had a gun in his hand, knocked me down. Said he was going to kill me if I got up, tried to get in my pocket because he knew which pocket the money was in. And I just got up with him trying to get in it, knocked his hand away and hit him and then took off running. It was crazy. Then he chased me down. I hid between a shed and a shed and a fence where my buddy used to live. I just got out of prison. And I went to Social Security office. They gave me a check because I didn't be sentenced for a year and a half. So it meant they gave me a $15,000 check. And like, it was crazy. And so he chases me between his shed and he stops at the end of the alley and he says, because my mom said come in, and I got up and answered the door after I got out of the shower. It was on Facebook. And I never been on Facebook or nothing. Like, and I just go answer the door, and he's got a gun to my face, a toboggan on, a white dude with a chubby face with a toboggan on, and he puts a gun in my face, a 9 in my face. He says, empty your pockets, and tries to reach towards my pocket where the money's at. And like, instead of panicking, dude, like most people would panic, I said, hell nah, nigga, you ain't getting shit from me. What you talking about? He tried to reach for it. He said, dude, I said, give me your fucking money, nigga, I'm gonna kill you. And I pushed him, then he pistol whipped me, and I fell to one knee. And then I jumped back up immediately. He hit me in the top of the head with the gun. And I jumped straight back up because I thought he was coming in the house. My mom was doing the dishes. I was sitting in the front room chair. And my dad was in his bedroom, the next room over. And I jump up at him and push him off the porch, push him backwards to the middle of the porch, and then he swings around sideways and pistol whips me again. Then I take off running off the porch, so he'll run and chase me. And he chases me to the back of the car. I'm slower and older now. I'm a crippled dude. Now I'm handicapped. Really am slow. I can't run at all. And he catches me at the back of my dad's car, pistol whips me in the top of the head, knocks me down. And he's standing above me. He said, if you get up, I swear to God, I'm going to fucking shoot and kill you. Just give me the money, dude. And I said, hell no. Nah. And he tried to grab me in my pocket again. And I push him off me, jump up, hit him, and knock him against the back of the car. That happened. And then, like, he chases me, says he's going to go back and kill my mom. So I start chasing after him. He jumps in a car load of dudes in front of my house I'd never seen before. Jump in it and take off. Like, crazy shit that just happens to me, man. I just got robbed for a $10,000 loan. Seriously, this really is happening to me, but I try to stay positive. Like, shit's going good too right now, like going good. And it's people that I love that are doing me wrong. It's just karma. Shit I must have did in life to deserve it, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know exactly who did it. I think I do. I don't know who. You don't never know nothing. Like, shit could be a conspiracy, man. It might look like somebody that you are guaranteed sure they did it, and they just might not have did it. Like, people could be playing you so smooth. Just think if your life was that big of a conspiracy. Like, people devoted their lives to making you miserable. Like, literally steal your new underwear and boxers every month, your new socks. You gotta buy them every month. And you live at home with just your dad. That's where I lived, like, for the last 3 years, with just my dad in the house. But I started faking like I was asleep for hours, like 6 hours at a time. I would lay there, not move, lay there for 6 hours, wide awake, just listening to shit in the middle of the night in my room. And one time, this girl come upstairs and says, oh shit, I hear her come up the stairs. I know this house perfect, all the sounds. And then she says, oh shit, at the top of the stairs. I don't know what time it is. I didn't realize I'd been laying there that long. And I get up, go downstairs after I hear them stomp down the stairs. They weren't even trying to be quiet. Like, they stomped down the stairs. She says, oh shit, at the top of the stairs. Maybe my foot was moving, because I might have been moving a little bit. But, like, I stayed still for a minute. I was a little excited when I heard them at the top of the stairs and whispering to themselves. And, like, I come downstairs not even a minute later, like, I hear them stomping down the stairs. I'm getting up as they're doing it. I walk down, they're already gone. I can't see them when I get to the bottom of the stairs. I don't know what time it is or nothing. Like, I ain't got my phone or nothing. Like, I was laying on my belly with my head covered up. I didn't get to see her or nothing. And, like, but, so I walk to the back door. All the windows and shit in the house are closed. Like, all the windows in the house are closed and everything. The back door is locked. So I walk to the front room. I don't look at the clock when I go through the kitchen. But I go to my dad's bedroom where he's asleep. He's asleep in bed. And he just changed the locks the day before. I said, Dad, did you let somebody out? Because the front door was locked. My dad stays right by the front door. And it was locked. So I know nobody been out the doors. Or if they did, they had a key. He just changed the locks. So I go to my dad's room. He's in bed. I wake him up. And I say, did you just let somebody out? Was Brandy here? Because that girl was coming over a couple of times a night. And he let her in and shit. He said, oh no, I've been in bed. Ain't nobody been in this fucking house. I was like, I swear to God, dude. Like, I'm waking up, going to bed, waking up I ain't even smoking weed or nothing. Swear to God on the Bible, this is the God's honest truth, man. I'm not nuts. There's somebody stalking me this bad, doing everything they can to me. I'm waking up with burnt blunts around me. Cigarettes that were lit, would go out lit. And like blunts that were lit, they're burning my covers. I bought new covers, burning holes in them, but they're going out. It's like they're trying to set me on fire or something. And I'm telling my dad, he's the only one in the house with me. They're stealing my Mountain Dews at night that I buy, and just little things. Like if I go to sleep with 20, 50 bucks on me, I wake up robbed. Or if I got Xanax or something, like they're gone, they steal them. Like just, and my socks and underwear, my little bit of my clothes, like just everything they could, just keep robbing me every chance they get. They get a $10,000 loan. This is all within less than a year. $10,000 loan, got it from me. I can't prove how to prove it. I gotta get evidence, but I don't know, man. Like, it's somebody I know anyway. It's not about the money. It's just about what the hell's going on, dude. Like, I'm being stalked to a T. Like, it's sad. Someone's devoted their life to doing something to me. I don't know what I did, but one time I was at a softball girls game with my cousin Danny drinking beer out of a styrofoam cup, and a sheriff calls me over on a golf cart. I never seen him before in my life. I don't know who he is. Like, he's an older sheriff. Like, I fucking I go over there. Called me by my first and last name, and I didn't know who he was. But I've been locked up a lot of times and shit. But I ain't been locked up a long time. I've been doing good. He calls me over there first. He's talking to me like I can't see the right side of his face. I'm on the left side of him, and he's like, "Do you know Tammy Ratliff?" I say, "Yeah, why?" He says she's a Hoosier hottie, which is them call girls or whatever. And like, I'm like, no, I don't know her, but I did know her. Like, she was a call girl. It was one of my friends I grew up with. And he said, he turned to me then. He turned his head to me. He had a scar all the way down his side of his face. He was older than me too, an older sheriff, fat, big heavyset guy. And he said, "You know what that is?" I was like, "No, what is it?" He said, "You hit me in the face with a 40 at a party at your cousin Bub's party at John Paul's bash. My cousin that died of ball cancer. He thought he had a VD, went to the doctor, they cut it open and it was cancer, and he died real shortly. It went to his brain and killed him shortly after that. But he was having a party for my cousin Mandy, and like a big fight broke out. And I remember that guy. I was on house arrest, and I went all the way down the next block to my cousin's party. And then, but like, I remember him jumping the fence and running up. He was running up to my cousin Donnie with a brick in his hand. I jumped the fence before he did because my cousin Donnie jumped the fence. Everybody was fighting in the street. We were all fighting. But I just hit somebody once and he fell and punched him, and I had the 40 in my hand still. And I look over, this bigger dude's jumping the fence and he's running up behind my cousin Donnie with a brick. And this is what I'm known for. Like, I threw a beer probably about 10 feet, full throttle, as hard as I could, 40-ounce Budweiser, and hit him right in the face. Like, and I remembered it after he told me this shit. I remembered I did that to a lot of people, hit them with beers and shit, split them open. That's what I'm saying, I used to be so bad. I don't do that shit now. I'm nice to everybody, but like, if I was seeing you gonna hurt one of my family members, like, I'd still take up for my family members and do the same thing for my kids, anybody. Like, but I fought a lot back when I was younger. I'm 42 now. Like, this is probably when I was 20, but I remembered him anyway. And like, I said, "So what's your motive now, man? What are you gonna do? Set me up? You're gonna send me to prison? What are you gonna do, man? What's your motive?" But like, I think the only thing I can think of that he's stalking me. Like, he put me in I was working in jail. They investigated me for 2 murders in 2010 for a whole year, and I got sentenced for stabbing somebody that year too. Like, so I looked extra guilty. They said they had me on video surveillance selling pills, the same kind of pills that these people got killed for, 2 of them, and one of them would just hit me, and I got a bad temper, and I stabbed them. Like, it's just crazy. I used to be so different. Like, but I mean, but these people are stalking me. Their whole devoted life is to me, man. Like, I can't go to sleep anywhere. I get robbed. Every time I go to sleep. Got safes. They know how to open them and everything, dude. They bug every phone I get. Like, they've been doing this for the last 4 years for sure. Like, the last 4 years for sure. But like, it's crazy what I did to piss people off. You know what I do? I still stay positive and stay motivated and stay driven. Just like, try to do my best, man. I gotta go though. My baby mama keeps calling. She left her cigarettes here. I gotta go. See you later.